Hello, Taurus, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach. I help you choose growth and the healing of your inner roots. I've got an intuitive message for you today. We will look inside at your inner world and outside at the world outside and the interaction between the two. My guides are saying left to right, 9 of roots, accomplishment, 4 of roots, preservation. And okay, facing into the 9, good to know. Wow, lots of roots, 7 of roots, transformation, and death, another transformation. Okay, now superficially, Taurus, this is really interesting. We've got all these roots cards, which are the earth element, which is you, Taurus, but the death card, which is Scorpio, which is the opposite. So this is very interesting, this dichotomy or pole between Taurus and then the opposite, which is Scorpio. So let's see what is happening here. Okay. You know, my guides are saying something which is not surprising. They're saying the inner and outer worlds match. So I almost want to look at them at the same time. I think I'm actually going to hold them like this. So we've got transformation, growth. That's what our 7 is here above the death card. And then we've got 4 of roots going with the 9 of roots, accomplishment. Okay, my arm's getting tired, so I'm going to go this way. You're in this phase, Taurus, where there have been a lot of gain, a lot of dividends in the external world. Your 9 of roots, accomplishment. You've undergone a transformation through a series of tests, and it has felt like test after test after test. And you've kind of walked into this new place, and you are seeing in your outside world a lot of evidence as to that transformation. I want to say you're seeing a lot of physical evidence, maybe increased health. It may be things working out differently in your physical world, but your physical world has changed. And because of what you're seeing in the physical world, you're feeling as if it was all worth it to go through what you went through because of this amazing gain. This 9 of roots card is one of the prettiest cards in the deck. It has this order to it and this harmony and a funny change in perspective. These almost look like hills, but they're really the tops of the trees. So let your eyes sit with that for a second. So in a lot of different ways, there's many ways of seeing that perspective. This accomplishment is long reaching. It's not like I did this well. This is big. Like a lot of things in my life have shifted and changed, and this is really good. So our death card here is that portal that we have gone through in order to experience this level of accomplishment. Now on the inside, we've got a little bit left. We've got the 7, which I said before is growth, and the 4 roots, preservation. So we get the feeling of incubation with these 2 cards, whereas this one is more demonstrative. I'm out in the world showing you the energy. These are more internal. So there's still a little bit of shifting on the inside. And what's interesting about this shifting is, Taurus, it's just you. It's just your mentality about your change that has to shift. This is really quite funny. Everyone else in the world can see that you've changed and something's different about you, and the universe even is responding to you differently. There's more of a powerful connection going on, and there's a part of you that is asleep to this big change, that perhaps still sees yourself in your old shoes, in your old costume, in your old being. And all we're waiting for is for you to wake up and realize that you're already there. So inside you're thinking, yeah, I'm not quite there, or I don't want to fully accept that I'm there. But the message of this reading is you're there, you've been there. In fact, there's so much evidence to show you that you're there. Interesting fact about the cicada on this card. the cicada doesn't go through the same metamorphosis that other animals go through. They don't have a pupa stage. They have what would be a small adult stage that just keeps getting bigger. So they're kind of like snails or hermit crabs in a way. They keep outgrowing their shells, but they're already adults, really. They're just young adults. So that's the message of you already have everything inside of you. You already are this person. It's just going up to this idea that it's owning the idea that you have changed and you have transformed. And why is it important to own this idea? Because you are capable, my guides are saying you are capable of so much more because of this transformational shift. So if you are a healer, you are capable of bigger healing. If you are someone who's a rock star at manifesting, your powers are even greater. If you're not sure what it is, then just pay attention to the last, is it 6 months? Okay, my guides are actually saying 6 weeks is the period of this transformation. Pay attention to the last 6 weeks and see what has been shifting for you, whether it's your natural gifts or different ways that you're now approaching spirit, approaching even life, different skills you didn't have before. Those are all there, and it's very important to wake up to them because now it's time to start using them. It's time to start doing things, putting some concrete steps. There's a bit of you that wants to say that it's not all the way there yet, because then you get to stay in this safe little cocoon and you don't get to come out and actually use these things. But that's not why you're given them. We're never given gifts just for ourselves. I think we get joy from using our gifts, but our gifts always have a larger context around them. It's part of a bigger scheme or a bigger interworking. Okay, so it wouldn't make sense to be gifted at speaking if you didn't have an audience. It wouldn't make sense to be gifted at cooking if nobody wanted to eat. There's an inner change. Those are very silly, non-profound examples, but there's an interchange between the special reason for gifts. It's up here, it's up in the spirit world, the reason why we're given gifts. So we're not given gifts just to look at them and put them away in a box. It's not like a shiny piece of jewelry. We're given gifts to use. We're given gifts to bring out into the world. They are meant to be shared, valued, and shared. So Taurus, that's why and where you're going. When you acknowledge that you have undergone this transformation, you then have the responsibility to get your gifts out there. And there's a little part of you that's like, no, I don't really want that responsibility yet. I'd rather just stay where it's comfortable. But sorry, Taurus, you're already through it. You've already transformed, and it's one of those things like if you don't use your gifts, then the universe is going to do something to either wake you up or to kind of force you to choose to use them. And I know that sounds not right because the universe supports our free will, but it's kind of like you get pushed into a corner and you can't choose. So, okay, I asked for, funny, fell on the floor. Excuse me a second. I asked for an advice card, and we have the withdraw card. And that's so similar to our Four of Swords preservation here, holding the energy in, pretending not to be seen. So I feel for you what's going on is you need to really overcome that energy, that tendency to want to pull yourself back into the shadows, as if you're not seen, your voice doesn't matter, your talents don't matter, your gifts don't matter. We want to overcome this energy of withdraw, because he's trying to blend in with a tree and he's doing a pretty good job, but we know it's a bird, and a bird is not a tree. Let's get you one more card. So that was a very profound statement, right? A bird is not a tree. All right, there we go. Power, Seven of Wands. This is about using your power, going in with your power, just for the sake of using your power. So this is interesting. It brings another dimension to what we were seeing before. Sometimes there is a fear to use the power because you're not sure where it's going. You're not sure what the outcome is going to be if you use your gifts and talents in a new way. This card gives you the boldness just to use your power no matter what. Doesn't matter what the outcome is. Doesn't matter if the situation lasts or if the person lasts or whatever. You just need to go in there and use it. All right, if for nothing but flexing the muscle and getting stronger so that you can use it when it matters. So, Taurus, in a nutshell, get out there, share those gifts, share those talents, share the joy of your transformation for the sake of doing it. All right, Taurus, thanks so much for sharing your time and energy. I am here for your spiritual growth. And if you are wondering other ways that I can help you on your journey, please check out the description below. And I will look forward to seeing you next week right here.